in California, they have the degree of fault rule. And my brother, who's a judge here in California, is sitting on the Alban Waddell case, which is this guy suing Waddell for breach of contract because he's the largest. Anybody that lives in California will tell you that California has the greatest wine, bar none. The best wine in the world is grown in California. They're the largest distributors of wine in the world. And this Waddell is one of the biggest growers of grapes for the wine industry in the world. And they're being sued in Superior Court in St. Louis Obispo, and my brother is the presiding judge. So I got in a conversation with my brother about this. And I haven't even read the case, and I asked him, I said, well, what are they suing him for? He says, for breach of contract. And so he was telling me what was going on, and I said, you know what this is going to boil down to is assumption of risk. Because what they did in the contract is they said that we don't assume any liability for a defect in the grapes when we create the wine. That's called assumption of risk under contribution. And I said this is degree of fault. So they have to show to show that Waddell was liable. They have to show degree of fault, that they committed an act that contributed to the loss, because they were claiming that they lost revenue because of the defect in the grapes. That's why everything is everything. What part of everything don't you understand is insurance? It has nothing to do with a mortgage loan. It's all insurance. Every case I've done, they take them off calendar.
Now, that's interesting that you say that, Gene, that everything is insurance, because we've been talking about that and taxes and so forth. But
you know who runs the banks? The insurance companies. AIG is owned by Henry Kissinger.
That the loan the money came from. It's not they're the only ones writing us. And B of A came and said, "Listen, you got to pay us this money before the year is up, or you got to move, or we're foreclosing on your property."
You know who owns Bank of America?
I beg your pardon?
You know who owns Bank of America?
I have no idea.
Yakuza, the Japanese mafia.
Wow. Well, I think I better pay them then, huh?
Well, you don't have a loan. Why should you pay them?
I'm trying to make sure that I've already started some of the paperwork, the affidavits, asking them how much is it, because what's happened is I live in Miami.